All right, traders, let's get ready to rock and roll. Good to see you all. Welcome back on this lovely Monday. A little bit of a crash that we got going on right now. We're down almost like 600 points. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Lawrence, John, Grant, everyone on social media. Good to see you all. Let's do a quick little audio check. Good. All right, everyone. So, I was just talking to Josh about it just a couple of minutes ago. We always like to have a quick little meeting before we do the start at 9 a.m. And I was even talking to Rich too. And I know you guys were doing pretty well in the pre-market, but this HIMS trade, you know what's crazy about it? Let me, you really can't see it here, but if you go back like right here, let me eliminate this day right here because this day really kind of screws things up right here. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've been watching this HIMS all the way up and since like Monday, right? And I knew something was up. And the only reason why you know something's up with them is because we see this type of volatility action into the stock. Now we saw HIMS get destroyed, and we've been watching it for a while, and then obviously we've been trading it, in the Cyber Group room. And Monday it did really well. Then Tuesday you had a really nice pop right here, up and down, and it started going up. So obviously you heard the news out there. The news is obviously them and HIMS and Nuvo basically did a settlement, whatever, allowed them to sell it. And the lawsuit and all this was on Bloomberg News, and you could see what happened. It came out on Friday at like 7 o'clock, which who the hell comes out with news on a Friday at 7? Well, apparently they did. And then obviously the stock gapped up really, really nicely. And that was an awesome trade. Okay. So this is the big things that we kind of teach at Cyber Trade University, that I know a lot of people, they're very nervous when it comes to day trading and understand how to swing trade. But, this became a day trade that turned into a swing trade, and it actually worked out well. Now, there are a couple of ETFs that are out there too. You could see HIMZ, which is a lot cheaper. I mean, this thing was at $1. It's up over 100%. So, it was literally all the way down here at 90 cents. The stock did really, really well. There was a bunch of, they always make these ETFs on these stocks that are out there. But what a great trade. Great trade over the weekend. And if anyone got it, congratulations. I didn't have it. Okay. I didn't have it. I'm in a couple of other things I would talk to you about, because Friday was a pretty crazy day with the market being down. Now, the market was down about 600. We're almost down 1,000. We're down another 500. So we're back to where we were at. Let me just bring up the Dow Jones right here in the S&P so you can see where we're at right here. So we're right back to these lows again. And I sold a lot. I sold a few stocks. I got out a little bit of the coin trade I had on Friday because it was just going down. I want to take a profit. I didn't sell all of it. I got out about half of it. I did buy RTX. Okay. I did buy RTX. And, unfortunately, it's the only problem with a stock like this. It's expensive. You're not going to make a lot. I mean, if you look at it where it was before the war, I mean, you're talking about 195. You down December, you had 162. So, I mean, it's on a beautiful uptrend. It's going to probably break its all-time highs today. But the reason why I'm a fan of RTX. I mean, they're all pretty good. I mean, Lockheed Martin, people ask me about, but you're talking about almost $700. You're talking Northrop Grumman, you're talking another $700 stock. So they're expensive out there. RTX, I think, is still just a cheap one. They actually make the Iron Dome. You heard about the Iron Dome of Israel, that the Patriots that take down the incoming missiles. So they're the ones that actually make the missiles. I think I heard Trump tweeted over the weekend that they're going to need about a $1.5 trillion in a budget for military spending. Now, I know they blew a lot of missiles. Okay. So they're going to have to replenish it. And you know what? Sometimes I feel like, they need to circulate these weapons once in a while. So, sometimes I don't know if they like to test them or whatever, but they obviously going to have to replace them. And there's new technology out there. You're hearing a lot of news with the drone stocks out there. So RCAT did really, really well on Friday. Great run up on Friday. We did great on that stock. That thing ran from 14 all the way up to almost $19. Just broke all-time highs. RCAT, one of the drone stocks that did really well. I'm putting that back on the watch list, by the way. RCAT. So you got RCAT, RT. I forgot to even write these down. So RTX. We're going to put HIMS. Okay. Hims, all those stocks that we have there, we're going to throw those back on the watch list. So a lot of them did really well. Also, we had Palantir that did really well. PLTR, that one did well. I did jump into Palantir. Okay, I did buy a little bit of Palantir on Friday. So, you know, this is the thing you have to understand also about trading, what we teach at Cyber Trading University. Sometimes you have stocks, I know you don't want to sell them, but sometimes you have to sell them to buy something else that's moving. They're like, I don't want to sell it. It's doing okay. But if you don't have the capital to buy something else that's moving, sometimes you got to sell. So that was another reason what I had to do. And unfortunately, when you're swing trading and you hold an overnight position, thank God it's only a one trading day. Back when I started, when I first got started 35 years ago, you had 5 days. 5 days for that money to clear, which is bullshit. And then he knocked it down to 3. Okay, better than 5. Now today they knocked it down to 1. So you don't have instant clearance on your stock. So if you sell $10,000 of stock today, it's not going to be available to you till tomorrow. Imagine you had to wait 3 days, 5 days to use that money. So I had to liquidate some money to go into some of the stocks for today because I'm basically 95% in. I really don't have too much cash laying around, so I want to liquidate some cash. But I did get the RTX. Listen, oil. I'm just gonna tell everyone breaking news. Go fill up your tanks today, and go early. Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you what a scammers these gas station companies are. When gas goes up, the oil goes up, they're going to raise the price on gas. When gas goes down, they're like, well, until we get a new shipment and have to use up that gas, it won't go down yet. That's why sometimes you'll see, and I know they crack down on that a lot, but just to let you know, go fill up your gas tanks, okay? Because we're at $100 oil. We're definitely going to probably see, I mean, I'm really pissed off because I'm going into boat season now, and filling up boats are going to take a big hit. They're very expensive to fill up. It was cheap last year. Now you're talking things going to be up at maybe $1 more a gallon, $1.50 more a gallon. So we could probably be hitting $3.50, maybe $4 a gallon. I mean, they're worried about us going up to about $150 a barrel. So listen, there's going to be a good short. All I'm telling you right now, get ready, because there's going to be some good shorts. So a lot of the stocks that we traded over Friday in the last couple of days, and especially after what happened this weekend, there's a lot of petroleum stocks that we've been trading that did pretty well. We're going to keep an eye on them. And you know what? We'll see them coming up on our radar, on our watch list. All right. So the watch list that we had there for everyone here, if you were here on Friday, we did have it on our alert service. If you're watching on social media, these are all the stocks that you missed on Friday. Those are our day trades on swing trades and just popping it in there. And then this morning, if you're not subscribed to our X or our Telegram, or you're not a member of our Cyber Group trading floor, these are the stocks that we did have this morning. For some of you here, that's what we had so far. I'm going to check those out. All right. Now, the reason why I like to start around 9 a.m. is because there's always new ones that pop up. All right. So let's go through the watch. Let's see what's going on. We already know about HIMS, DTF out there. Here's another one that's moving up. Let me put this back to a 2-day chart. This stock is gapped up. I think it's a buyout because it's not really going anywhere. RLMD, this one is moving up pretty nicely early this morning. Got good volume. Spread, I think it's probably a category 2. RLMD, definitely up our alley though. Good price, good movement. QURE, that one moved up really nicely on Friday too, which kind of flatlined right now. This stock took a tremendous hit, went from 23 all the way down to about $5. Is that $9? Took a very, very big hit. Up a little bit today. That stock just big comeback on that one. I don't know. Look, it's a little bit ugly on the spread. I'll put this on the B list. We'll see how she looks when she opens up in the morning at 9:30 when the market opens up. This one had a really nice move this morning early, and it backed right off. When I checked out the level 4, we're starting to get a lot of orders in there. Okay, so this guy showed up here around $1.92, but there's some buyers starting to show up right here. So starting to get in some Legos. Algo is starting to kick in. So we'll put this on the list. LRHC. That one's not bad. This one just popped out of nowhere just now. It just made a big move right here. TIVC. Put that on the watch list. This one is garbage. No volume, no trend, no volume, very spotty. These are things we don't want to trade. I think the buyout from what this looks like here. Always get these weekend buyouts. I think that's the RCAT ETF. RCAT does have ETFs. Okay. Anything else out here moving? This one is moving up pretty slowly. Ugly spread, though. All right, we're done there. Losers. What do we got going on here? Any good losers? This thing's down 40%. I don't know if it's coming back. No real good spread right there. Ugly spread. BNAI, we've been trading that the last couple of weeks. That one went from like 12 to about 62. Very volatile. Be careful of the stock. Probably pass on that one now. Don't like to go back to the scene of the crime, as you always know. FCell's taking a hit. New York Stock Exchange, there's our HIMS trade. That stock's going to be pretty volatile this morning. T-Pet's another one that was on the watch list this morning. T-Pet. That one's not bad. Put that on our watch list. WTI. You'll get a lot of the petroleum stocks that will start showing up on the New York stock. Most of the petroleum stocks do trade here. Like this one right here. BNO. I mean, this stock was 35. It's at 50. So, the problem with these stocks, they're very difficult to day trade. Just to let you know, these are all like petroleum stocks that are moving. They're moving up phenomenal. So that's what I was trying to tell you. Here's another one, USO. This one's moving up expensive, though. This is what I was trying to tell you, that sometimes you got to liquidate some of your stocks to free up some cash to trade what is moving. I mean, sometimes you're like, I don't really want to sell my NVIDIA trade, but you know what? If you got something that's going up 2-3 times faster, why not? You know, you're going to have to do that. Boyle was another one that we've been trading for a while, but those other ones look like they move up a little bit better. Here's gold ETF. All right, these are all ETFs of the oils. And then you're going to have the shorts. So the shorts will be on the opposite side. Yeah, Grant, I was looking at silver this morning. Silver is moving up a little bit this morning after taking SLV. There's RCAT moving up pretty decent so far. I don't know if you guys have been listening to the war. I know everyone here has been, obviously, it's all over everywhere, but you constantly keep hearing them talking about drone stocks. They're all moving up. Constantly hearing a lot about it. All right, so coin's moving up pretty well. And then, obviously, the main reason why we're seeing, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's moving up really, really nicely right now. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of a nice move there. All right. So a couple of big announcements before we go. Remember, tomorrow we got Traders Talk. This is a very, very big week. We have the Cyber Expo going on this week. All right. Tom Sosnoff is going to be there. He's going to be our keynote speaker. So we got a lot of, not only are we having a crazy week with oil and the war and the stock market and the volatility and the crash, but here at Cyber University, our biggest event of the year is going to be on Wednesday, Thursday. So if you have not registered, Rich, just post a link up there for everybody. I think we have it on our website too. Let me see. It's called Cyber Trading Expo. There we go, right here. Here's our link. These are all the great speakers that we have. Just to let you know, it's going to be a really, really fun week. Tom, me, we got Jeff Hurst, Cliff Van Bulen, we got Greg Capra, Jeff Gibby. Josh is going to be doing a crypto class. I mean, all these great names, all these people you're probably very familiar with. So if you haven't signed up yet, it's free. If you can't make it, you could always join the get the recording for it. All right. All right, traders. So we'll get that up and running. We'll get that list up also for you guys to in our X, and also I'll post it up there on our Telegram. If you haven't subscribed to it, definitely do that. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Me, Josh, and Rich will be trading with you. For everybody else, you know we're here live every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30. But don't waste any time. If you feel like joining us here all day long, just take this QR code, click on it, and we'll get you registered for it. Guys, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, all right? Good luck. Happy trading.